Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome on in. This is our Creative Hive, and this is the Paper Hearts event. And I am super excited to be here today. I want to thank my lovely friend Lindsay for having me. It's also ATC night, and usually we fall right in line with whatever the theme is that our Creative Hive does. So today we're going to be doing some ATCs, and the theme is love letters and lyrics. So I am Christy. If you are new here, welcome on in. If you're watching this replay, hello, my sweet Lucy. I'm just waiting for the lovely Lindsay to share me into the group. Hello, I'm sprinkled in. Yay. Thank you so much, Lindsay. You're, of course, the hostess with the mostest, as always. So, you guys, if you don't know what an ATC card is, I'm going to just explain it for those that are new. It's an artist trading card. It's about the size of an actual playing card. Today, we're going to be using some plain ones that I was gifted because we're going to be doing a lot of like letters and like vintage type feel. So hello Marlene, hello Becky. So I'm gonna pull these. We'll probably do about 5 tonight. We'll see how far we get through. And then what you do is you trade these with different groups. There's some on Facebook, there's some on TikTok, there's some all different kinds of groups out there through YouTube and different, social medias. So, or you can trade them locally too if you have a group that crafts. Basically, the only rule is usually that they have to be 2.5 by 3.5 so they can fit in a book. But they're basically no rules. So you can do whatever you want with these. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the kits. So if you are new here and if you are interested in learning or doing something different, it kind of goes along with paper crafting. So I actually have a artist trading card club. It's an ATC card club, and every month for one price you actually get a whole kit, and I give you guys different themes and I give you everything that you need. So like this week we're doing love letters and lyrics. So you'll see all of the materials, and then I give you little embellishment pieces too. That's really fun. So you get enough for 1 whole month, so 4 whole weeks. And with the exception of, we don't do it Thanksgiving and Christmas week, but all the other weeks we do them, and they're really fun. And I do have open spots, so if you're interested, please PM me. But what an honor to be following all of the girls today that had some amazing crafts. I did get to peek on everybody. However, I have a day job, unfortunately, so I didn't get a chance to see everybody's craft in its entirety. But that's why that's why these replays are so important. That's why that we have the replays. You can always go back and watch them. And if you are wondering, yes, I do have my replays for 30 days. And then I move that over to YouTube, has the actual videos as well. So we're going to get right into it. Hello, Janet. How are you? Welcome. And if you're new here, tell me you're new and where you're from. Hello, Mindy with the pink llama. I'm trying to see if my Chorgy boy wants to come in. He sometimes comes and sees me sometimes. So if he does, I'll make sure I hold him up so you can see. I have to get his attention though, because he's deaf. But I actually have a Chorgy, so he's half Chihuahua and half Corgi. And I have a Chiweenie, half Chihuahua and half weenie dog. And yes, I'm obsessed with the dachshunds. So I'm going to pull out all of my embellishments just to kind of see what I have to work with. And there's no right or wrong. You're just going to look at everything and see what kind of goes with what. So I did include, these are the Tim Holtz like little photo booths. And I did include the one because I want to do one with this lovely couple because they look like they're in an old time photo booth. And then even with some of these, you could even make a, yes, oh, he's coming. Hold on. He's actually, it's so funny that you said that because he started to come. You want to see everybody? Okay. So this is my sweet boy. He is very special to me. Craft box is open. Yay. Thank you, Melissa. Hello. I'm doing my little introduction here. He's got that palmy tail, so we think it was like a long-haired Chihuahua. But I rescued him about 3 years ago. So he's about 7 now. I think he's 6 or 7. So he's a good boy, but he doesn't like to be held very much. But he'll sit on the couch with you all you want. He loves to be cuddled. Okay, sorry for the short puppy intermission. There's always a puppy intermission here at the Craft Box. And by the way, if you guys didn't see my video, I went back. Thank you. Yes, his name is Coda. If you didn't see, I actually posted my puppy love tree today. So I gave you guys a little tour of like that little corner that I have everything decorated. I really only had that part of the house decorated for Valentine's Day, really nothing else. And then I showed you guys the tree that's decorated, the things I made, and like a little bit of my mantle has all my little things. So go back and watch that video if you guys are interested or if you want to feel inspired. So basically I lay out my papers and I just kind of see. Of course I get sidetracked too when I was talking about something. Oh yes. So I was saying you could even write like a fake love letter, like it came from like, I don't know, one of these ladies and they're writing to their loved one, like in a hello Karen's Creations, welcome everybody. Like kind of like they're writing a love letter to like their military spouse or their love life or whatever. So, but we're going to use the couple tonight. So I'm just using plain white cards. You can find these on Amazon. These were gifted to me. I think it was Miss Sue that gifted this to me, or either that or Missy. I'm not sure which one of the lovely ladies, but somebody did. But thank you. Okay. I did also have some flowers, some vintage type buttons in here. Just different embellishments. So we're just going to get a little creative. Hi, Nikki. Welcome. Welcome in, everybody that is new. All right. So I am going to start with my very first card. And we are just going to choose... I don't have a ton of embellishment things, but that's okay because we don't need a bunch. I am going to get out, however, we still may have some leftovers from last month with some of our hearts. So I'll get those out too. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of my music papers because I saw a lot of us were using music papers today. And I love that because you guys were like on point with my brain. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down and we're going to do our lyrics. So that's why this is called Love Letters and Lyrics, because it's supposed to be about a love letter and or love songs. I have my little concert t-shirt on. It's littler. I got this years ago when I was a much littler. But this is a Christina Perri. Christina Perri, she does, if you guys don't know, she does a lot of good songs. I love her to death. And, you know, if you guys have a favorite singer or a favorite love song, throw it in the comments. Maybe we'll have some things in common with some of our friends. So I'm using, if you are new, I'm using a Scotch. This is the Scotch permanent glue stick. But I also use the Scotch wrinkle-free glue stick. And both of these are available on Amazon. This one I do buy in bulk. It's great. This one is really great for napkins. It's wrinkle-free. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. So now we have a little bit of a background. And if you don't get all of the edges, that's okay. You can still trim it down a little bit. You can make it a little bit smaller or whatever you want. And now I have to kind of go around this. Now don't throw away your scraps, because we may need that later. So, oh, is that Nikki? Is that your friend, Mom? Jar of Hearts. Yes, that is one of her songs. And she also does, is a very, very popular, probably one of the most favorite popular songs for when you're walking down the aisle. And I can sing it for you, but for the life of me, I can't remember the name of it. Life, beat, hearts, petals. Oh, I will die for you. I will die for... I'm really bad at this. So I'll just stick to crafting. This is my art. 1,000 years. I had to say the lyrics in my head to get that out, you guys. But it's 1,000 years. 1,000 years, I think is what it's called. Yeah. You guys probably know what I mean by now. There's my other, if you guys could see, my Chorgy just fell asleep on the floor on the little carpet in my craft room. He's just going to wait for me till I'm done. He's always stuck to me. So I'm going to put a little heart down on here. And then we can get out some of our other embellishments that we're going to do, because we're going to also do some inking. Oops. And this is open, but that is okay. All right, so I'm going to get a few of my little pouncers out. We are definitely going to use our red tonight. And I'm going to get a couple of these out. These are just like the little felt ones. Some people use the sponge. I use the felt and the sponge. Doesn't really, they get the same effect, in my opinion. But you guys can be, you know, more particular if you'd like. All right, so we can put any type of lyric we want on here. We can stamp on here. I think I'm going to stamp on here and put a little flower. And this is a lot. This is different than what we used to. We did our first trade with each other. Oh, is that who that is, Mom? I gotcha. Okay, so what was I doing? That's right. I was getting out my these. This is what I needed. You guys, I get sidetracked very, very easy. Oh, and I have, actually have a stamp with music notes too. So we might do something with that. There's my little heart. I didn't have these in the kit, but you guys can get creative with your own items as well. I'm so glad you're here, Nikki. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my red and kind of go around. So this one's going to be like a little pink and red. And then I'll probably just put, I already stuck this on here, but I'm actually going to put, this is a sticker. I'm going to peel this off. I did put some stickers in the kit as well as lace. And of course, you guys can use whatever you want. But we usually do really fun themes too. This one was interesting because we got off of, you know, not necessarily a theme. Like last week we did Disney. So we kind of took a little turn off of our norm and we just did kind of regular things. So I like the way this is coming out. Now I want to put a little bit of red on the outside. And I just take my little, I have pouncers right here, but I'll take my little felt piece. And you could even make these if you wanted. It's very tedious, but you could. I don't know if I'd recommend it. And then we're going to kind of just go around the edges of the card. And you don't have to do the whole edge. You can just kind of like go in and just kind of put it on the edges, on maybe a couple of the corners. Like I think I'm going to leave this corner empty. Or you can go in with 2 colors if you wanted and mix and match. Hello, my sweet Donna. Donna, I want to be you when I grow up. You make the most fantastic things. I missed you today, though. Of course, we missed our Donna today. Okay, I am going to use, I think I'm going to use just my black stamp because I really want this to turn out. I will say, when you have a busy background and you have a busy front piece, sometimes it can get lost. So sometimes it's helpful to take like a plain piece of paper, which I have like a little plain tab here, and put your stamp on that and then cut it out. I'm so funny. Okay. So let me get my stamp. I have different types of inks here too. This one's more of a brighter red, and this is more of like a darker, older red. So I'm going to go ahead and go for it and just see how it looks on here. But if we don't like it, we can always cover it. And that's one thing about paper crafting. You can always cover things and glue something on top. So Oh, see, now this came out pretty good. It's a little sideways than what I like it, but there you go. So there's one. There's one of our things. And you can even go in a little bit further and put like a little piece of lace on it just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension. Or you could put a piece of washi tape down the side, which I think we'll do. I don't have a lot of washi tape that's very vintagey, so I think I'm just going to go with this red and white just to keep it simple. Guys, my poor hubby just got home. I was like a minute later than what I should be because I was greeting him at the door and giving him a kiss before I had to come over here for an hour. So I'm going to teach you guys a trick because I don't like the width of this washi tape. I'm actually going to cut this. So we can use whatever we want. If it's like a little container, or I'm even going to use the little thing of my stamp. And I'm going to go up the side and I'm actually going to cut this in half. You can rip it too. I'll rip it for the other part. Just make sure you do a better job than that. But this will kind of size down your washi tape how you want it. I'm actually going to use the pieces down the side. We're going to see how that looks. What I like about washi tape is that it's very forgiving. So if you make a mistake, you can just go back and change it. It's not a big deal at all. I don't love that particular washi tape, but you can put different elements on it if you want. It's whatever you guys want. And then I'm just going to kind of put it across. Now, one thing you can do is you can stick it on the other side because you're going to put a back on there. Can you move your camera? Oh, yes. Thank you, Lori. I'm sorry. I usually try to get down on your level so you guys can see, but thank you for reminding me. I always forget that part. And I put it to like the corner. So that'll be like our first card, just very basic. I'm trying to do basic things to get more people involved with doing this kind of thing. So, all right, now this to me looks a little bit like a love letter itself, and we can even pretend that something is on there. I am going to get another card and we're going to put another background on here. I think I'm going to put the red background on here. And then we're going to put some buttons or flowers on here. So let me grab a card. You guys see better now? I'm sorry, guys. I always forget about that part. And if you guys have any questions, or if you want to see some of the, you know, the more amazing cards that we've done, I am on the same handle on TikTok and YouTube and all the things. And all of the replays are available on there, and it's actually under a playlist that says ATC. So there's that. So it's really easy just to kind of put a card together. And sometimes I want to stress to you guys too that if you're not in a creative mood, or if you feel like your juices aren't flowing, sometimes just coming in and putting some backgrounds on cards will actually get your motor running a little bit, if you know what I mean. And like, you can just at least get those made. So when you are feeling creative, you have them made already. And you just put it in a little plastic bag or whatever you have. When I give out my kits, sometimes I give out like little party favor bags with some of my kits inside. So, I'm so sorry you're late. The Wi-Fi went out. What? How dare it? Hello, my sweet Brandy. It's so nice to see you. It was so good to see you today. I was super excited. Okay, guys. So, I actually have some extra papers in here that I'm going to use. This looks like a postcard as well. So, I just wanted to show you. You can use whatever you wanted. I think for this one, though, I'm going to put our little sticker down like it's a love letter. And then I'm going to put this little, everybody got different quotes, and I don't know exactly, I didn't get to read every single quote. This one just says, good afternoon. Like, that's a way you would start a love letter, I'm sure. So, or to my dearest is how you would start one probably, but you guys know, you know what I mean. So this one, I'm thinking we'll put down our love letter here and then our label right there. And then we can put in some type of background, or we can put lace down. I should have given you guys some more things to work with now that I'm looking at it, but you guys, I know will get creative with your stuff. So we can put our little flower there. And I'll probably put some of these hearts in the background before I actually glue this stuff down. So I'm going to actually use this darker ink. It's mahogany. This one is, yeah, aged mahogany. It's from Tim Holtz. I got really lucky. Hello, my sweet Lynn. Hi, Karen. I love you too, Brandy. Guys, some of these people are just amazing on here. So if you didn't catch anybody live today, go back, watch some replays. I think it's at least 2 minutes, and it helps us out. And sometimes you can kind of skip around a little bit to see. I kind of like this flower though. I think we're gonna go with this flower. So, and then we'll put that little, yeah, we'll put that one on there. So it'll be easy. Hello, Karen. All right. Karen, are you crafting along or are you just watching? All right, so I'm gonna put my little paper down. And it's okay if it covers some of that stamp. It's quite okay. Oops, okay, no, I forgot. I thought I didn't glue this on, but I did already. So I'm going to probably glue this down first. And then we can always trim these up. So sometimes it's good to leave things long and then trim them once you place them. You don't want to cut it first and then you go to place it and you don't like where it's placed, if that makes sense. So I'm going to move this over just a bit, but we'll glue it right there. So has anyone that's new here have tried, you're just watching and taking notes, okay. Has anyone tried making cards if you're new here, or have you made them before, or have you just seen them being made? Tell me in the comments. I'm actually seeing the comments. The last time we had our ATC Thursday, the comments weren't working. Wait, I gotta move this over. You do have a little bit of time to adjust if you need with that glue, but it's pretty strong. So you gotta really know, yes, that's where I want it. Okay, so that is really cute. And then you can fill it in with whatever stickers or whatever you have. I thought I had some other stickers I wanted to use, but I am going to use something different. I found this in my stash when I was cleaning my craft room this week. And it's like this little rose ribbon. I don't have a lot of it left, but I'm going to sacrifice a little bit for the side, I think. Either that or the bottom. I'm trying to think. I know it's 2 different flowers, but it's okay. I kind of like it on the side. I think I'm going to go for the side. Now, I will say this glue holds wood. It sometimes holds plastic. You made 4 from the kit. Okay, that's right. You did tell me you made 4. Okay. I know you were answering my question. All right, so I don't have a ton of that, but that's okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with that. Yeah, I like that. But you see how this could be like turned into like a Dear John letter? Is that what they call them? I think I'm saying that right. A Dear John letter. I'm just going to put a little bit of this glue on here because it is going to dry clear. And we're just going to pat it down on there. And now we can go ahead and cut that back a little bit. Although I want to cut it straighter than that. There we go. And just because I'm going to show you guys, if you have a corner rounder, if you don't have a corner rounder, I'm going to encourage you to get one, because sometimes it makes a really big difference in your card to corner round it. It just gives it a little softer edge. I've been doing it lately with my different crafts. So, and there's that. So you can like take a pen, or this is a matte sticker. So you could take like a pen or a marker or something and kind of write like Dear John. And I'm just gonna, my handwriting is terrible, you guys. And this pen does not work very well. So let me try something different. I don't know who John is, but that's who the letter's for. Okay, so there's that. So we have those two made. We're doing good on time. We're doing good on time. I don't have anybody after me, but I try to be very respectful of everybody's time. So I'm not going to take too long. So let me see. This one actually has, this is funny, you guys. This one actually has a actual title. I can't read it. It says Dancy Espagnol. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna go with it. So I did include a little piece of paper like this, and I am going to rip it. It'll be okay. I will use one piece for one card and one piece for another card. Hi, Sarah! Thank you for sprinkling me out, my friend. I appreciate it. Now, this is a little too... That's okay. We're going to work with this because we have another piece that I want to do. So I'm actually going to layer this one. So because it's a little bit small, I have this little piece that's a little short, and I have this little piece that's a little bit not as wide, right? So I'm going to start by layering that first. And sometimes I just kind of go down. The one thing I will say about this glue is that you want to make sure you're going in the corners really well when you're gluing stuff down, because if it's not glued down on the corners, it'll come up, and you don't want that. Okay. And we can always cut off those little edges. I'm so glad you're here, Sarah. I loved what you made today. Okay, so we're going to glue this piece next. It's so funny when you were talking about the Menards glue in the beginning of your live, girl. I was like, but I don't have a Menards. I don't know what a Menards is. Like, we do not have a Menards here. Okay. So see how that corner came up? We want to go ahead and make sure that that's tacked down. Now, I will show you, where's my little piece. This little lace is from the Dollar Tree. They were like the little heart laces. When I find them, I grab them. There was only one left this year because people were getting, and I was getting it in like December or January. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here in the corner. It's okay if it's a little bit over. Before that happened to my husband, before I met him after he joined the Air Force. Oh, hold on. I missed that whole comment. Now I can see it. Dear John letters are breakup letters, I think. Oh, are they? Well, this is a heartbreaker then. That's a heartbreaker's ATC card. It's like Lowe's or Home Depot. That's so funny that they have their own Mod Podge. None in Texas. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're a hot commodity, apparently, as a lot of my friends on their lives talk about it. Well, in certain areas, I guess. So, and I was thinking about even putting a little, either a little heart or a little button. Actually, let me get my little buttons. I have my little buttons. I know you guys have buttons too. I have some white buttons that would go, I think, well, these are too big. This one's good. That's a little button. That's what I would do, is put a little button next to it. You can even put a little bow. I even have a square button. We can do that too. I do like groups of 3, but I'm kind of just thinking the 1. Hold on, you guys. I have more buttons. I love these little jars. I don't think they have them at Hobby Lobby this year. And there sit some of my unfinished projects. Oh, you guys. It drives me crazy. I have these, and I have some black ones, and then I have some other ones in here. Which it actually will bring out some of those colors. I have those. Those are from Hobby Lobby. Did you guys know that Hobby Lobby has all of their sewing stuff is on sale all the time? Did you guys know that? I did not. I was, how old am I? When I found out that these little Sewology buttons are always on sale. Like, kind of like the furniture. The furniture is always on sale. Yep, I was that years old when I found out. I was like, what the heck? Okay, we might move this one over. But I want to go ahead and glue these 2 on. Now, I'm normally would do it with my hot glue, but I don't have that out right now. And I don't want to have you guys waiting forever because I want to use our little people still. So I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric tack on it and it will hold. You could use glue, like tacky glue, that would work too. Whatever you wanted. And you don't need a lot, just a little glob, because this is expensive. This is sticking to me too. Okay. Woo! Now, I want to go ahead and I think I want to either put, that's a lot that's going on there, but I think I'm going to put this on the bottom. I don't know. It's looking plain to me. Too plain. I have this wooden heart that we can do. That looks really cute. I think I'm going to do the heart. Okay, so again, I will show you. This glue holds everything. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Oh my gosh, you're Pumbaa. I love Pumbaa. He's my favorite from that movie. Absolutely. And he was a popcorn bucket, but he's a paintbrush holder now. He's a paintbrush holder. Okay, this looks really cute because you've got a little bit, you have all different things in here. You have lace, buttons, and wood, music, paper, very simple. I'm trying to do simple ones for you. Now, this does need a little bit of antiquing, so I'm going to do my tea stain. I could do vintage photo, but I think it's going to be a little too dark than what we want. So I'm going to actually do 2 types of tea stain on here. That's literally what it's called. It's called tea dye. I'm good, Cheryl. I am glad tomorrow is Friday. Can I say that out loud? I am glad tomorrow is Friday. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys 2 things. We're going to go around the edges. And if you want to soften it up, you can use your little corner rounder. And you guys, if I seem off, I am. I'm a little off this week. I don't know what it is. Okay, I think it's like the moon or something. A lot of people have said that. So there's that. So I really like the way that's looking. Now, if I want to do a little something different with that heart, because these are like the little ones that you get in like the little square from Hobby Lobby. Watch this. I'm going to take that same tea dye, whatever it's called, ink. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to darken up this heart a little bit more and make it pop. And there's that. So you can have two different types of, yes, TGIF, exactly. So you can have two different looks on that. So yay for that. Okay. So that's card number 3. All right. So let's find I don't have a lot of, I'm kind of disappointed I don't have a lot of like accessories to go with these, but we're going to work with it. I'm going to go ahead and use our little people. I'm going to do that one next. So we're going to place them on here. These are so cute on these cards. I absolutely love them. And then I'm going to put this little older aged button down there. It's like a little red button. And then we can put whatever we want down here. Let me get through that first and see. Also, I was gifted some words, which I'm going to share with you guys too. So you can go on your computer, whatever you have, some people have old typewriters still. I know my mom has been looking for one. And you can type up words that you wanted. Hi, Teresa. Hubs and I got into a conference. That's okay, girl. I understand. Listen, all the spouses are coming home or boyfriends or whatever, and you get busy. Or if you're like me, you're probably cooking dinner. I'm not cooking dinner tonight. Not really. I think my husband and I were gonna warm up some of that frozen shrimp. We always get the good brand. So I think we're just gonna have shrimp. That's it. And some veggies with it or rice or something. I'll probably help him with it. He's had a very weird week this week too. So I think it's happening everywhere. I really do. Okay. So we're going to put that one on there. And we could even go in before we would have done that. We would have kind of took some of that white off of the actual photo. And everybody that did get a kit, you guys got different ones. So that's super cute. Hi, Kimmy. How are you? All right. So, and I think we're just going to make this one simple and lay down like these flowers here in the corner with that. I really want to make these simple so that you guys, so they're more approachable. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm going to just trim that off just a bit. And now I don't know if this glue is going to work, but we're definitely going to try because that's a tiny little button. So I'm just kind of rubbing this all along here. And I'll just press firmly down on that and we won't touch it for a minute. We're just going to let that sit. If you guys, hopefully you guys can see. And then I'll put this little flower. Now, unfortunately, I guess we could take a little bit of that shine off of it. These stickers are from, I think they were from Hobby Lobby. But they have like that white. So I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit so it's not so white. And in the process, hopefully not destroy the sticker. But it did work a little bit. You guys can see how that color came out. You love it, Lucy? I'm so glad you love it. I am so, so glad. This next one, I think I'm going to put her picture in here. So I think I'm going to put it just like to the side, just to kind of corner theirs. Now, we'll go back in. And you guys can use whatever you want. You can layer it however you want. You can even get more of these like little, these were actually at Hobby Lobby. The people that were on like the photo booth, they were actually at Hobby Lobby. So I tried to find all the cards with the couples, and there's only like 8 cards in the whole pack. So I did reproduce them. They're not original Temple pieces. But you guys got the full sheet, so you guys can get creative. So there's that one. That one's really cute, and you can just write something. But for the time being, I'm going to use my heart stamp, and I'm just going to stamp it out. And I think I have a trick to show you guys. So I'm going to take my plain white paper, because I want it to look a little old and distressed. So I'm going to put my heart in here. Now, whenever you huff on that, it keeps your ink wet. So stamp it once there, and then stamp it the second time on your piece. And look what the difference that makes. You can still see it, but it looks more distressed that way. So you can do that with any of your stamps if you want it to look a little less, you know, busy. So, okay, so there's that one. We got 20 minutes left. Yay! Okay, so that's 4 cards. And I know it's not my best work, but I'm keeping it easy for you guys. So I want to do this one though. So I think we're going to put it on this background. And I'm going to kind of look, even though it's like a postcard, it looks like an actual letter. I'm going to trim this just a bit, you guys. Please hold just a bit. And I'm actually going to fold it like it's a card. And then her face is going to be in it. So let's see, which one am I going to use? I think I'm going to use her because she's a little, I guess they're about the same age. They're beautiful, beautiful, like, you know, models that they got, or, you know, you guys know what I mean, the models, whatever they're called. So now we're going to kick it up a notch. Watch this. This is too white of a piece of paper for me. You could either find a, I got too many things open. You could either find a piece of paper that's color and print it on there like that, or you could just dye it yourself, and now you have kind of that color paper that you need to give it that more authentic look. And you can use the antique. A lot of people have the antique one. What is it called? Vintage photo. That's what they have. But I really like the T one because it's not as dark and bold. Now, your hands might get a little messy, but nothing Dawn soap can't help. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half. And I'm going to put this one on the back. But look, doesn't it look like it's like a little letter now? Look at the little postage stamp there. So let me attach this to my card. And we're just doing that same plain background. Sometimes you don't need like a really fancy background because it takes away from your actual piece. Okay, got it the way I want it. We're gonna glue her in there. This is gonna be so cute. And I'm gonna put it in as an angle just to make it interesting. You do need the T1, Donna. I was thinking about you when I was using this. Hi, Gwen. I was thinking about this because I know you love the vintage photo, but sometimes the T1 it gives a little bit lighter look. I like both. In fact, I keep the tea stain one and the vintage photo and the black all right here. And also antique linen is another one. Do you have this one, Donna? That's another one. It's a little bit lighter. We'll do that on the next one. But yes, you guys, I love the inks. And I think you can order them online still. I'm hoping they last me a long time. Because Mr. Tim Holtz is not really selling any in the craft stores anymore, if you don't know. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put her in here. And I'm going to cut this just a bit because too much of that white is showing when I cut it out. I need a little vacuum to vacuum all my pieces up when I'm done with my lives, y'all. You haven't seen the tea one before? It's called Tea Day. Here, I'll hold it up so you guys can screenshot it. Hopefully it's still available. This one I got at my crafty thrift store. It was $1, I think. I think that's where I got it from. I could be wrong. It could have been from one of those Michael's spots. Hello, Jody. How are you? Hi, Tanya. Welcome on in, everybody. We're making love letters and lyric cards tonight. So right now we're making a love letter. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do this. Like long lost lovers. That's what I'm going for. Nothing like a good love story. Okay. There we go. So now it looks like you open it up and there's her picture. And you can even write something on here like, dearest, you know, whatever the name is. I'm trying to think of an old school name. Walter. Dearest Walter. I see my phone is dying. Okay, I've been watching you guys all day. That's how you know. Okay, I'm trying to think. I think I'm just going to put a little heart here. I'm trying to see if it's going to fit. It's going to barely fit. All right, I'm going to show you guys that trick again in case you missed it the first time. That's my darker piece. So we're going to put it in the ink once, stamp it out, and then there we go. Barely made it, but it's good. It's all good. So there's that. Now, I would like to add a little piece of fabric or something on here. Or you could do whatever. Trying to find my little fabric piece. So like you could add like a little bow, or you could tie a little string, or like a little piece of oh, hi Sandra in here. Sandra. You could do a little piece of twine if you'd like. Come here. Actually, that gray don't look too bad. We'll just use the gray because it's out. But sometimes I like going across, although with this one I'd probably go across the bottom, and we just tie a little tie. Now when I do this, I've done this before. I don't think I have one on me where I did it. But I always like to tape the back, because you could always take that off again. You know what I mean? Like, you could put your paper on there, for your title and everything. And I will talk about that in a minute, because I know we kind of skipped that part. You could put a little piece of washi tape or regular tape, whatever you have. Right now, I'm just going to put the washi tape. So you secure it to the back. We're going to do it toward the bottom. and then you tie it to like the side. And this is a little bit more advanced. It's even a little bit more advanced for me, but it almost looks like a little parcel. Like they used to get like a box of letters or something, you know. I'm just trying to think of things that they would do back in the day. I keep putting the phone next to me. Oh, I'm missing it. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, I ain't got my strings big enough. But you get the picture. So there's our other one with the love letter inside, the little girl. And you can put it, I'm gonna cut that. You could put it in the middle too and make it look like a parcel. I can't speak tonight. I can't. Aria says, hi, Aria. Happy birthday. Belated birthday. I hear you the big 7 now. Is she 7 now? Right? I got that right. Or no, she's can't be 8 already. Are you serious? Hopefully she's not 8. She can't grow up that fast. We can't let her. Okay. I think we're going to do one more, everybody. And because I wanted to use this little piece of paper that I have. And then we're going to just make this one with like the 2 different backgrounds because I have 10 minutes. And then I'm going to show you guys my heart a day because I think you guys are going to like that because this is a paper heart event. Hi, Mary Jane. So we'll go and we'll go to that. We'll go with that. So I do have that. This is like a little pretty rose and I do have this flower. So let me glue this on. I'm trying to make sure it's all even, but it doesn't matter because you're going to cut it and kind of trim it down anyway. And you would do that at the end. So there's that pretty flower. And then we have this paper. It's like a marble paper, but it has this in it. This you can make if you have different hole punches that are like different materials or different designs on them. You can actually just take some really neat scrap paper like this and put little designs in those as well. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. It's okay if we lose part of that rose. We're going to lose almost all of it, but it's okay because you can still see part of it. So this, you can actually kind of leave this out a little bit. I'm better thinking, have you been sick, girl? Oh my gosh, what have I missed? I sent you a message, Sandra, because I've totally missed everything today. I missed a lot. I did get to pop in and see things, but I didn't see you on, and I was like, oh no, what is going on? All right, so I think I'm going to just go up the side. When you have doilies and things like this, it's really hard to get in there with that glue. But you can just go up the sides and, or maybe just, sometimes I stamp it on my paper where it needs to be stamped. And then you'll see, you see how there's a little bit of glue on there? I know you guys can see that in the light, hopefully. If not, I promise it's there. All right, so I'm going to go in, and sometimes I do like little circles to really put that glue on there. And I think I'm just going to put it down here in the corner. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to put a little piece of washi tape on here. Sorry guys, I'm trying. And then you could do like a little piece of a book page. I thought I had book pages in here, but apparently I didn't. You guys may have gotten a book page. But you could do like a book page in the back and then layer it with like that flower paper. But you can actually purposely just kind of peel something back and like have it stick out like that, it kind of gives it more dimension. But I want to do something really quickly. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this because I want a heart right in the middle of this. Now, if you guys don't know the right way to use a hole punch, not that there is a right or wrong way, but this is the way I prefer to use it. I line it up and then I press it down. And there is my heart. A lot of this month's kits do have the paper hearts, but apparently I forgot one in this case. So now I can kind of stick this down. And so now we have all these different colors in here. Yes, the colors. And they're supposed to be similar but different so they stand out on each other. You know what I mean? They each have their own way to shine. Just like us. We're all different and we all shine in different ways. So that is how I kind of wanted it. So that's what we did with that one. Just like that. So, these, I just wanted to kind of stick with our theme. I think they turned out really cute though. We have this one with the little lyrics or like the music notes. This is the other one with the music notes with the little wooden pieces. Our little Dear John letter. And we just kind of made that paper the way it is. We have our little letter with our little girl inside. I love these. And then our couple, see that button ain't going anywhere. It holds pretty good. So we have these. I guess we did make 6 tonight, huh? And then we have our little paper heart. And you could also do, this would be really cute with book pages as well. You could even do a book page and layer them and make it like, how can I explain this? Hold on. Let me do this because we have time. We have time. Where is my book? Wow. You guys, have you ever cleaned up your craft room so well that you forget where you put your things? Because that's literally just happening to me. Hold on. There it is. I knew it was down here somewhere. They all turned out pretty good. Yes, they all turned out really cute, I think. Like I said, not always my best work, but sometimes. You guys go and get yourself a book that you can cut up and then label it cut up so you're not, reading half a book or your family member goes to read half a book. But what I would do, and we could do this too. Let me get a piece of my scrap paper here. Let's see if this fits. This doesn't fit quite, but we're going to go for it so you guys can see what I mean. I just want to show you guys that you can actually take scraps and turn them into works of art, especially when you layer things. So you can actually put like 3 hearts together and do this. Or you can cut down one of them just with your fussy cut scissors. Actually, we're going to do this one since this one's out of proportion a bit. And we're going to just kind of follow ourselves, kind of an invisible line. It's not always going to be perfect. If you don't have 2 different size punches. If you have 2 different size punches, you could do a whole series of like different sizes on this, and it would be really cute. But then you can make it a little 2-dimensional. And this is why I love to craft with paper, because that's two different things right there. So, this actually looks really cute right there. I think my husband is doing something with our front door. He must have went somewhere. I didn't even know he left. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to show you how to make a fold, like a fold. So let me show you real quick, because we do have a couple, well, we have a couple minutes. No one's after me. So I'm just going to take 1 or 2 more minutes of your time to show you guys. Oh, look at that. I actually like that paper better than that one. Let those surround the throne of kings who count the prome the grandeur brings, though sprung from Needham's noble race. 'Tis here I fix my dwelling place. Commitment be my happy lot. I love about this peaceful grot. I didn't write that, but it's really pretty. Hi, Stephanie. We're reciting poems over here. Love poems. We're just having fun. These are blank cards. They were gifted to me. Sue, did you give these to me, or was it someone else? I think it was either Missy or you that gave them to me. I can't really remember. Okay, so I know we're going to cover up those beautiful words, but I wanted to show you. At least we're going to put them where you can see the poem. I'm going to put it up here. I didn't realize that when I was cutting these, because these were double-sided. So we're going to put glue all the way around this one. And put that down. And then we're going to put glue just in the middle of this heart. And I'll show you, if you want to pull up your glue stick just a little bit, and then take it at kind of at an angle, and then just fill in, almost like you're coloring with a crayon. Just fill in just the middle piece, just the middle strip. And then watch. We're just only going to take that little piece, and you can use your bone folder, because that has a nice small edge, and we're just going to rub that part in. Make sure it's down, and then we will kind of fold the middle piece. And now it's kind of three-dimensional, and it looks like a butterfly, sort of. But you could do this with a butterfly stamp too. Oh, we have those too. Oh, okay, so they are from Amazon. Okay, there you go. You made your second card tonight. Yay, Tanya, that's great. Girl, when I first started these cards, I was not great at them, but the more and more you do it, just like anything else, practice, practice, practice. You need to get some, yeah, these are really nice. I used these tonight because we were working with a lot of this thin paper. A lot of this stuff was gifted to me by people, and I just have so much of it. And these were like the kind of papers that we did. So I think I'm going to use this antique, and then we'll call it a night. I'm actually going to use this little for my antique linen, because I wanted to show you guys. Here's the antique linen. That's that one. I'm pretty sure you can find most of these online. Tim Holtz is still selling. They're just not selling in the normal stores anymore. I do find from time to time stuff at Hobby Lobby. Like I found these little characters, I'm gonna call them these people. I found those at Hobby Lobby. But I don't see the inks or anything anymore, and they stopped carrying them at Michael's, at least in my area. I went in and got a bunch of them on clearance. It's funny because it was just a brand new Michael's that opened like a couple months earlier, so not many people were aware of that Michael's. I gave you those in the, yes, I still have the mini ones. I don't know what I'm going to do with the mini ones yet, but I have to come up with a plan. I've had a few ideas. I just forgot to write them down. So, Okay, and then look, I did that around the corners. You can even do this around the corners very lightly, especially if you have one of these fingertips. These little fingertip ones are from Amazon too. Either from Amazon or Temu. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they came off Amazon. Almost everything that you see on Temu, you'll find on Amazon. It might be not as cheap, but at least you'll get it right away. In most cases. Most stuff takes 2 to 3 days to get to me anymore. Has some, but it's very small selection. I'll check. Yes, check to see if they have those inks. Mine have none. They haven't had any in like a year. So I like that one though, you guys. See how simple that was? And you can make a bunch of these, especially if you're doing, you know, you guys, it's almost Valentine's Day. People are still doing the, you know, Valentine's. And who's to say you can't do anything special for a friend, you know, in the middle of the year or for the month of February? You know, you don't have to do it right on Valentine's Day. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I think we broke a record. We made 7. So we have these guys with the hearts, and then we have those. That's 4, 5, 6. See what happens when we do things that are, oh, they do have the finger ones. That's right, I have seen them there. See what happens when we do them really simple? We get a little bit more done. And then there's that one. So love letters and lyrics. What do you think? I think we pretty much made it. I think we did everything. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show you guys my heart. My paper hearts. Every day for the last 30 days, you have to go back to my page and look at all of these. We are on day 20. I did not post day 20. However, day 20 is completed, but it's hiding behind me and you guys can't see it. I still have to post the video. But I've been making paper hearts every day for 30 days, and I do a little tutorial on most of them. Some of them is just the music. This is a little, who remembers the popples? I have the little popples that pop out. This is my grandmother. There's another, that's not a Tim Holtz picture, although it looks like one. And then we did one with a child's book. Every day is like new ones that we did. And I tried to incorporate different elements, different things. This one has beads. That one has like a little teddy bear bead. But I'm going to do a flip through of all of them when I'm completed. But this is like 10 on this ring and like 5 on this ring. And then that one. So I guess there's a little bit more than 10 on that one. But anyways, I've been making paper hearts. So I'll be doing this for 10 more days up until Valentine's Day. And then I might raffle a couple of them off, but I might keep some of them for like my own journals. So we'll see what happens. But it's my birthday month, you guys, and, well, it's Craftbox Christy's, not mine. Craftbox Christy turned 3 years this year, and we are doing a big celebration, so I just posted the schedule of all the big celebrations that's happening on my page. Thank you, Janet. So you guys have to follow along. Make sure, that you tell your friends. We're hoping that we reach a few bigger numbers on the board. But it's never about the numbers for me, guys. I'm just here to inspire, and I love hanging out with you. I want to thank Miss Lindsay for letting me go over a little bit and for having me in our Creative Hive event. And if you guys aren't following that page, make sure you go over, because there are some creators that didn't even make it today that are wonderful, that will probably be on our next trip around when we do our mystery theme next month. So I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? And I love you. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.